Good morning. This is Chaplain Ramsey. We can't meet together in person, so I really wanted to share some thoughts virtually. Today we're going to read from Genesis 1, verses 1 through 5. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void. Darkness was over the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good. God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. This is the first story in the Bible because it is one of the first and most fundamental questions all people have. The fundamental question is, where did we come from? We want to know the answer to this because so much of the future depends on how we answer it. Hollywood loves superhero origin stories because the origin story largely defines and sets limits on what the hero can do and become. We long to know about our ancestors because they are a part of our story and inform who we are and what we will most naturally become. Of course, the story of our world and our species isn't important for the exact same reason. Who are we? Where are we going? What do we base hope on? In this passage, there's a tension between the idea of chaos and order. The universe starts off as being formless, void, and deep, utterly malignant to human life. If you want a less poetic but much more fascinating description, you may want to research the first moments of the Big Bang. Anyway, in such an environment, there is no place for hope. It is all chaos. But in this story, God's Spirit came and brought order and light from that chaos with a word of hope and power. Let there be light. I love the phrase, "and God saw that it was good." That goodness was not described as a simple opinion, such as, "oh, and he liked it." Rather, goodness was seen. Goodness was built into the light, and then the earth, and stars, and planets, and eventually humanity, and the whole creation were described as very good. The creation story of the Hebrews was very different from any creation story in the world at the time, because all other creation stories describe the world as coming into existence from the battle of some gods with each other. The dominant one, called Enuma Elish, described the fight between Marduk and Tiamat, and Marduk scattered the world from Tiamat's defeated corpse. The Hebrew story is the only one where the universe was created on purpose and described as good. In a sense, it's the only universe which was designed to actually hold hope. The universe was made purposefully, not accidentally, and it was made purposefully good, not simply scattered haphazardly. In the Hebrew story, the universe could hold hope like a cup, but hope would leak out of the violent arrow holes of the other. Certainly, the other creation stories at the time worked to account for both the heroism and evil seen around them, and in that regard they worked very well. The Hebrew story also accounts for evil and chaos, but it puts the blame on the free will of creation, not the creator. And here's where we have a choice as modern humans when it comes to deciding what we believe about us and our origin. And I would warn that what we decide has some significant life effects going forward. We can believe that the universe was created by a cosmic fight, and that will indeed form our character. We might become heroic or evil, and I think that fighting will weave its way into understanding of the universe. We can also believe that the universe was created in an accidental Big Bang some 14 billion years ago, and that will indeed form our character. It puts the emphasis on being responsible with whatever time we have, but that responsibility must be acted out in a universe that doesn't care and will eventually destroy everything we do. It's a cold universe. We could also believe that the universe was purposefully created in a Big Bang about 14 some billion years ago, and that it looks on the exterior exactly like the previous option, but that underneath every atom, swirling about every black hole, is a reason for hope. Life still has terrible challenges and deep pain, but also a promise that the challenges will lead to something, the promise that meaning is crafted into every moment of history, waiting to be found and discerned. The crazy thing is, none of these options can actually be proven. At some point, we have to look at the evidence and then simply bet on one and see where it takes us. Obviously, I have chosen the option of faith, and I found that it tends to work out. Even when the chaos of COVID ravages our hospitals and leaves our care teams exhausted and isolated, there is reason to hope that this can be weaved into the fabric of a meaningful tale. For example, there's the possibility that this time has jump-started new vaccination technology, which will help future generations. Possibly this time has forced our nation to rest and do some much-needed deferred maintenance on its collective soul. Possibly we have learned the need for human touch in an unforgettable way. Certainly, I have learned the danger of letting activities rule my family schedule and seen the benefits of eating together at night. We cannot definitively prove our origin story, but I have decided to hold to the tale which says that God has put meaning into our world and wants to walk with us as we discover and discern it together. I pray that God will bless you this month and will help you find deep joy in all that you do and the challenges you face. Work smart, play hard, rest well, love always. Be blessed. Be at peace.